Some of y'all may join me this morning, some of y'all may not. But I do want to take a moment to say Grand Rising and ask y'all the question: is your spiritual aim off? So whether you see this video later or whether you join me live right now, I want to ask you, is your spiritual game, your spiritual aim off? And this topic, I can take my do-rag off. This topic really manifested from my dream last night. I had a dream last night. Once you come in, y'all need to say thank you, Eileen. I was just about to call y'all out. I was just about to call y'all out and say, where's all my grand rising, my peace families, and all of that. Coming live to y'all right before I got to get up and get my kids ready. That was my alarm. It's time for me to get the kids ready right now. I'm not even ready. Teeth not brushed, face not washed. I look fabulous though, but none of that stuff is done, as you can still hear it in my voice. Okay? I'll drink some water though. Dream is already up and done meditated and everything. He wakes up early regardless. Is your spiritual aim off? Is your spiritual game off? That's the question. And this question came about because in my dream, y'all. So I'm in a dream, and it's almost like it's almost like there's two teams, okay? Oh, you get it, Eileen, and you at work early. So there's two teams, right? It's not on a basketball court. It's like on a field of open land in a field, and there's two teams like taking each other out, shooting. This was happening in my dream last night. It's almost like war. It's almost like war would be. Like if a group of people, if two groups of people were at war and they were on two opposite sides of the field and they were shooting and taking each other out, right? This is all happened in my dream last night. And so what happened was I had a rifle. I know this may sound crazy, y'all, but it's going to make sense. I had a rifle and I'm taking people out from long distances. My aim is on point. Anybody I set my eyesight on in my dream, anything that I see in my dream, I'm taking them out. One shot, boom, they're done. Next shot, boom, they're done. Next shot, boom, they're done. So my aim is on point, okay? And so spiritually to me, that symbolized that whatever I put my mind to, whatever I put my focus on, whatever I put my sights on, whatever I focus my vision on, whatever I am aiming for, I am able to hit that target. Okay? That's what that symbolized to me. And so I don't know what happened, but there was some type of pause. And then I remember going back to pick up another rifle and I couldn't really find the gun that I wanted. And so I like ended up leaving. So that also symbolizes like if something is not working out for you, you have to walk away. If something is just not working, if something is not going to put you in the best situation possible, if something is not going to allow you to tap in, to manifest, and to accomplish whatever targets, whatever sights you have your mind set on, you have to walk away from it. Now that's a word right there. Because a lot of times we want to hold on to stuff because it's comfortable. A lot of times we want to hold on to stuff because it's familiar. Sometimes we even want to hold on to stuff because it's fun and we enjoy it. But at the same time, you can see and you can recognize how those things or whatever it is stopping you from really manifesting what your real aim, what your real focus, what your real goal is. See, some of y'all, you have a target, you have an aim, but you're off. You're not in alignment with it. You're not in alignment with that thing that you want. This is why I love my coaching business so much. This is why I'm so grateful to all the ladies who has invested in me as your spiritual healing coach. Because what we get to do is recognize what it is that you want, what it is that you have your aim on, what it is that you see with your spiritual vision, and the work that we do is work through all the shit that is in between that is stopping you from hitting that target. What is stopping you from manifesting that target? Okay? Y'all, in my dream, these people are so far away from me. And I got my aim, I got my target so down pat and legit. I'm squinting my eye like I'm doing it with the gun, right? I like guns, I like shooting, I like things like that. I like doing things like that, right? So I got the gun, and I'm right when I pull the trigger, that person, whoever I have my aim on, it is done. And so to me, the dream world is in symbols. And so for me, it is whatever I put my focus on, whatever I put my intention on, it's happening. But in order for me to do that, I had to get rid of a whole bunch of bullshit that was standing in the way of that. Bullshit like, are they going to like me? Is people going to understand my vision? Am I good enough? Can I really do this? Can I really accomplish this? Can I really manifest this? And then when things show up in my life that are not in alignment with what I'm manifesting, I don't allow my emotions to get entangled in that. Because when you allow your emotions to get entangled in those triggers, you're backtracking and you're pulling yourself away from the vision. You're pulling yourself away from the target, okay? And then when you realize, this stuff ain't working, this stuff is not assisting me. So I was knocking people out from the long distance with this specific type of rifle. But after we took like an intermission or whatever, and we came back, I couldn't find that same rifle. And I picked up a couple of different guns. I picked up a couple of different shotguns, and they weren't feeling right. They weren't, excuse me. They weren't feeling right. Some of these weapons that I picked up. And because these weapons are symbolic of the tool that we use to accomplish the goal. Okay? And so some of these tools, some of these things that I was picking up were not working. They didn't feel right. They didn't fit my needs. They didn't fit my desires in the dream. And so what did I have to do? I had to put them down and walk away. Some of y'all are trying to accomplish a goal, but the tools, the skills that you are using to accomplish them, they're not working. And you need to put it down and walk away. You probably need to get you a spiritual healing coach. Okay? You need to put those things down. And something else that Spirit told me as I was meditating, right? Because after I woke up from my dream, I went straight into my meditation, and this is how I'm able to get the understanding of what the dream meant, right? So as I'm meditating, Spirit also said, a lot of people are speaking words that are not in alignment with the vision. You say you want this, you say you want that, you say you want this, but you don't speak words that are in alignment of that. So I'm coming on this morning to tell y'all, only speak about what it is that you want. Only revisit the past so that the past can teach you about what you need to do in the present in order to have what you want. If you are hearing beeping in the background, that's our little baby monitor, or child monitor, because ain't no babies up there yet. That's our little child monitor, and anytime they move or make a sound, it starts beeping, okay? So don't mind that. But a lot of y'all are saying things, oh, this is so hard. Yeah, I don't know. This is so whatever. I mean, my this or my that is just not working. And then you wonder why why your aim is off. Your spiritual aim is off because the words that you use to describe your current situation are not in alignment with what you actually want. So I'm on here to challenge y'all to stop talking down on yourself. I'm here to let you know that some of the thoughts that you have are not your own. They're the thoughts of your mother, the thoughts of your father, the thoughts of your cousin, your brother, your sister, your old coworker, your old boss. And you have just believed in the words that they've said so much that their beliefs have become thoughts that resonate in your mind. Okay? You believed and connected emotionally with the things that they have said because you were immature in your spirituality, because you were immature in your understanding of how the mind works, because you are immature in your understanding about how people project, because you were immature in that way. You heard people talk down to you. You heard people tell you you couldn't do stuff. You heard people tell you it wasn't possible. It was going to be hard. You heard people say all of those things. You heard people say you could not do it. And you were not realizing that they were talking about themselves and not talking about you. But you believed that they were talking about you. Okay? And so now, as you are out trying to approach the world and you're trying to accomplish goals and you got your aim on something, you got your vision on something, you got a goal in mind, instead of you attacking that goal, instead of you hitting that target, instead of you knocking out that goal, instead of you manifesting that thing, instead of you aligning with that thing, you're listening to the voice of other people and you believe that it's you. You really believe you're scared to do something. You really believe it's hard to do something. You really believe, I don't know if I can do this. You really believe you're not worthy enough of having what you want. You really believe that you don't deserve it because you ain't been through enough. Okay? So I'm here to tell you, set your vision. Set your vision. Set your aim. Set your focus on what it is that you want. Appreciate the love, David. Set your vision, set your aim on what it is that you want. Once you get that clear, you got to work on all the shit that is standing in the way of that, the thoughts, the emotions, the actions. And then you discipline yourself to let those things go. If it doesn't work, if it's not supporting you, you let it go. I know some of y'all, well, how do I let it go? I know what it is, but I don't know how to let it go. That's why you need to get you a coach. That's why you need to get you a consultation. That's why you need to get something deeper than just these free YouTube videos. Because for me as a coach, there's things that I'm going to say that's going to resonate with you deeply. And that's why I do it. That's what I love. But it's hard for me to truly help you and pinpoint your situation if I'm not having an actual conversation with you where I can hear you, where I can literally hear the spirit behind the words that you say. If I can't feel you energetically. Okay? So, you got your eyes on the prize, you got your vision, you got your aim, you got your target, you got the thing that you want to manifest. Now you know what is standing in the way of that. What do you have to do now? You start refocusing, reframing your thinking. What is the opposite side of the thoughts, of the emotions, of the actions that are stopping you from creating the life that you want to have? If the thought is, I am not good enough, you need to tap in and ask yourself, well, what am I good at? What am I great at? What can I do? And when you discover that, you need to thrive on that. You need to expand on that. You need to be deliberate about doing those things. Okay? This is what's going to align you with the vision. So that when you take your shot, you right on point. You hit the target. Okay? Lastly, stop speaking of yourself. Stop saying words that are not in alignment with what y'all want. Stop just being all logical with this shit. A lot of y'all, you understand what I'm saying from a logical perspective, but it isn't ingrained in the spirit. So you can hear me right now and be like, yeah, I got it. But when you get out in the real world, you start back talking against yourself. You get back in the real world, and now your actions are not in alignment with what it is that you want. So stop talking about it and start being about it. Walk the talk. Let your life start reflecting what it is you're asking spirit for. Stop talking about shit that does not feel good to you. Stop talking about things that are not empowering you. This is a discipline. The more you can talk about the things that you do want and you speak about it in the way that says, I can have it, I will have it, I already have it, because you already have it. You already have it spiritually, energetically. But you're letting that ego, you're letting that trauma mind, you're letting those that shadow self, you're letting the voices of other people stop you from living in that truth. Okay? All right? So, one last nugget I'm going to leave y'all with. We manifested my dream vehicle. We manifested my dream vehicle. And let me tell you how I did it. Every day when I was driving home, picking up my kids from school and things like that, I always drove by that dealership. I always drove by that dealership, and every time I got beside that dealership, I would generate the feelings of gratitude as if I already hit that target. I would generate the feelings of gratitude as I was already in that car. Even if it was out of my way, I always stopped by that dealership. No matter what. If I was in the vicinity, I'm stopping by there. Not necessarily getting out the car, but I'm going to pull up right beside it, and I'm going to feel the love as if I already have it. Okay? I'm going to feel that. I'm going to generate that. And even though I was sitting in a car that was not that, okay, even though I was sitting in a car that was not the car that I wanted, I didn't tell myself, this is the car that I have. This is what I got. I didn't talk down on myself. I didn't talk down on where I was. I only spoke about what I want. Anybody ask me, oh, what you want? What's your dream car? That's what it is. I even had somebody tell me, no, that's too expensive. You need to probably look at a Kia Telluride. I had somebody tell me that while we were talking about our dream cars. She told me her dream car was a Mercedes. I told her my dream car was a Lincoln. She don't tell me I need to look at a Kia Telluride because the Lincoln is too expensive. Honey. And guess what? And she had to be a person that I let go. We can't talk. We can't have conversations, sis. Okay? So I say all of that to say, once you have an aim, once you have a focus on what it is that you want to manifest, what it is that you want to accomplish, get rid of all the shit standing in the way of that. That's a fact, Dream. Every single time I drove by that vehicle, I would always say, arigato, which means thank you in Japanese. And you want to speak in a different language because that programs the subconscious mind easier. The subconscious, that your mind, let's say the conscious mind, it can, another language bypass the conscious mind, the ego. So every time I would drive by the car, it was arigato, thank you, that's for me. I kept my eye on the prize. I kept my aim on the target. I kept my aim on the target. And anytime things will come up, I'm not letting myself stay distracted for too long. I'm coming back to the target. Letting shit go. Moving on. Making sure my words are of empowerment. All right? So that's my little morning word for y'all. That's my little morning word for y'all. And here's the thing. You don't got to stop telling everybody. There are some people that are going to support you. There's some people you're going to support you, but you have to know who you're talking to. That's the problem. Y'all don't know who y'all talking to. You talking to any and everybody. You talking to people who don't have a vision for their own life. You talking to people who don't have a purpose for their own life. And when you tell them about shit that you want to accomplish, you triggering them because they like, damn, I don't got goals. Now you making me mad. Now I got to downplay your goals. All right? So y'all have a happy Thursday. Love y'all. Talk soon. Peace.